Very good morning, student. Today we are going to discuss about functions of management. As my in my earlier classes, I already explain you one term post call, where P equal to planning, O equal to organizing, S equal to staffing, D equal to directing, CO means controlling, R means resulting, and B for budgeting. Okay. So in which except recording and budgeting, the resulting and budgeting, uh, all functions included in your course, and they are very necessary functions which every management is used, and all functions are continuous in nature. Like planning, suppose first we take a planning function. Planning means before doing something, first we should plan, like what is to be done, where is to be done, when is to be done, how is to be done, by which resources is to be done. Okay. Before doing anything we should plan, because if we are planning something, before doing anything if we are planning, then we get a appropriate result in future. Otherwise, if you are doing any activity, if you are doing any work without planning, it leads to wastage, always, as well as it leads to increase in cost. It leads or it take time to complete. That's why before doing any work we should plan. Management also doing planning before completing or before initiating their objective. First they plan on it, after that they implement their plans in realistic situations. Planning, so it doesn't mean if we have plans, then we will not face problem. Definitely we will face problem, but by the help of planning we can reduce those problems. Like suppose एक क्रिकेट मैच का, अपन एक क्रिकेट टीम का एग्जांपल लेते हैं कि सामने कोई जैसे सपोज करें इंडिया ऑस्ट्रेलिया आपस में क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं। उसमें ऑस्ट्रेलिया के पास में जैसे डेविड वार्नर बैट्समैन है। इंडिया ने बिफोर मैच टीम मीटिंग्स में प्लानिंग किया कि इस बल्लेबाज को हमें किस तरीके से बॉल फेंकना है, किस तरीके से इसको आउट करना है। ठीक है। अब जब रियल सिचुएशन में गए, तब इंडिया के सारे बॉलर्स को उस बैट्समैन ने हर दूसरी तीसरी बॉल पे चौके छक्के मारता रहा। इट मीन्स आपने जो प्लान किया था उसके बावजूद what appropriate you result you want, you will not get it. Most of the time happened. Okay. But आपने जब ये प्लान किया था तो आपने ये सोचा होगा कि हमें ऑस्ट्रेलिया को एनी हाउ 250 270 पर रिस्ट्रिक्ट करना है। आपका ये प्लान का पार्ट था, लेकिन चूंकि कुछ बैट्समैन को आप जल्दी आउट नहीं कर सके, आपकी प्लानिंग कहीं ना कहीं गड़बड़ा गई और उन्होंने ऑस्ट्रेलियन टीम ने ये स्कोर नियरली 290 से 300 का स्कोर कर लिया। लेकिन बहुत हद तक देखा जाए तो आप कामयाब हो गए आपकी प्लानिंग में। आपने जो रिस्ट्रिक्शन की थी उससे 20 रन ज़्यादा बनाए। आपके बॉलर्स वगैरह ने हो सकता है शुरू में काफ़ी पिटाई वगैरह खाई, उसके बाद में वो उन्होंने उसके बाद में उन्होंने अपनी ले हासिल करी और विकेट धड़ाधड़ चटका। इट मीन्स प्लानिंग इज एवरीवेयर, और इट डजेंट मीन अगर आपने एक बार कोई प्लान कर लिया तो बार बार वो प्लान नहीं करोगे। ऐसे ही मैनेजमेंट में भी क्या होता है, जब प्लान कोई चीज़ की जाती है तो उसके पीछे एक ही ऑब्जेक्टिव होता है कि हमें हमारे ऑब्जेक्टिव को कैसे एफिशिएंटली और इफ़ेक्टिवली अचीव करना है। जैसे सपोज घर के अंदर शादी का यदि एग्जांपल लें तो विदाउट प्लानिंग हो जाती है क्या? डेफिनेटली फॉर मैरिज फंक्शन और फॉर एनी फंक्शन there is a planning, like in school annual function also management has planned everything. Sometimes students also part of that planning. किसी भी फंक्शंस के लिए अपने को प्लानिंग करने की ज़रूरत पड़ती है. विदाउट प्लानिंग वी कैन नॉट गेट द रिजल्ट, द डिज़ायर्ड रिजल्ट विच वी वांट. ओके, सो इसलिए प्लान इज़ वेरी नेसेसरी. बिफोर डूइंग एनी एक्टिविटी वी मस्ट हैव प्लान. ओके, and it doesn't mean only one plan. We should think about only one plan for any work. Okay, at least there are three or more ways of getting things done. Got it? It means suppose you want to score good percentage in 12th class. So it doesn't mean you should go with only one plan. You should go with at least two three plans. Then after that you analyze which one is better for you. That plan you have to implement for getting desired result. So in your fourth chapter is also planning. So we will discuss more about planning in fourth chapter. Then second one is organizing. Uh, I am going to take example here first. Uh, like your morning assembly. Okay, every year you will have chance to conduct morning assembly. What you observed from so many years you observed in that assembly, your class teacher assigning duties to each and everyone. Your class teacher assigning responsibilities to each and everyone. And maybe there are some group of individual also. Okay, those who are performing some task, and you are accountable to your class teacher. It means if you are while practicing, while doing practicing, if you are facing any problem, whom you are going to contact? Your class teacher. He is the person who sort out your problems. Okay, and he guide you. He guide you in that problematic situation to overcome those problems. So organizing is also very necessary function, because in management also there are many group of individuals are working. So management has to assign the duties and tasks according to their qualifications, according to their skills, according to their knowledge. Suppose management have different in a company, different departments are there, different uh, uh, offices are there, in which like suppose HR department, marketing department. So in marketing department, like each and everyone those who are appointed in the marketing department, they all knowledgeable in marketing, they all deals with marketing segments, they are good in marketing strategies, making marketing strategies. That's why they are appointed in marketing. Like production department is also there. So here also company appoint those who are good in making production strategies. So what management is doing here, management assigning task to the workers according to their qualities, according to their work efficiencies, in which work they are efficient or effective. Suppose here I am teaching business studies. I can teach accountancy and economics also, because they all are my subject. But if principal called me and told me, Sachin sir, tomorrow onwards you will teach physics in 11th and 12th class. So it's very shocking for me, and I am telling him, sir, I am not able to teach this subject because it is not cup of my tea. But he is saying, no, no, tomorrow onwards you have to teach. It's compulsory. If you are not able to teach, okay, you can leave the school. Then it's a very big challenge for me. In front of 11th and 12th students, those who are already understand what is physics, okay, how I can teach them? but it's a order of management. And tomorrow onwards I'll start teaching. So what is student I can teach? It doesn't mean I can teach with the help of YouTube videos, with the help of notes I can teach. But is it efficiency or effectiveness are there? No. जो कोर्स 3 दिन में हो सकता है, मे बी आई विल टेक 5 or 10 days फॉर इट. जो चैप्टर 3 or 4 days में हो सकता है, फॉर दैट चैप्टर आई विल टेक 5 or 10 days. I am not able to take good examples. So what's happened there? It leads to wastage. It leads to time. And those who are students, they are not getting my points. What I am explaining them. Got it? So that's why organizing is very important element to assigning tasks, to assigning duties. Management must remember their workers knowledge, their worker experience, in which work they are efficient or effective. Next is staffing. Staffing is very simple. Staffing is a process of selecting human resources, because human resources is a backbone of organization. If workers are not in the organization, there is no use of organization, because of worker, organization is running. So there is a very big task in front of management also, to recruit right people for right job. To recruit right people for a right job. एक सही उम्मीदवार का सही काम के लिए चयन करना भी एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज होता है मैनेजर्स के सामने. So that's why what management is doing, management here followed one process of staffing, in which estimating manpower requirement. First is estimating manpower requirement, second one is recruitment, third one is selection, fourth one is like your training and development. Okay, so these are some elements, process of elements, which are very necessary while selecting a employee. So this is also your 6th chapter. We will discuss more about staffing in the 6th chapter. Now 4th is directing. By this name directing, most of the time you get some ideas, you get some instruction, okay, you get some guidance, okay, from a person. So what that person is doing, that person is directing you, okay, that person is डायरेक्टिंग यू. वो आपको इंस्ट्रक्शन दे रहे हैं, आपको आदेश दे रहे हैं. इट मीन्स वो आपको गाइड कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, यही आपकी डायरेक्टिंग है. सपोज relationship between student and teachers and students. So here, who is directing you, who is guiding you? Your teachers. In sports field, there is a coach who direct the players. Like in acting, there is also director who direct the actions for actors or actress. Okay, and sometime instructor, suppose those who are going for a gym, okay, for their health or fitness, there is also trainer is there who direct you. So directing is also important element, because in the organization, if organization want to minimize cost, if organization want good efficiency and effective work, so there must be a good direction there. If good direction is there, employees works well, employees works on time, and they are highly motivated too. So this also your 7th chapter. Directing is also your 7th chapter. So we will discuss more about directing in 7th chapter too. Now, controlling is very important function, and controlling function is always linked with planning function. Planning function, what you want to achieve in future, what you want to achieve in future, what your goal, you want to how you want to achieve in future. In planning function, you plan for it. Before doing anything, you plan for it. But in controlling, after implementation everything, controlling function is applied. The things you are planned before doing activity, those things are going appropriately or not. सपोज आपने 12th क्लास का आपका गोल एक डिसाइड किया. सपोज यू डिसाइडेड योर गोल टू achieve 80% or 90% in annual board examination. That is your plan, that is your goal. But that is your goal, then for that goal you are planning, you plan something like every day 2 or 3 hour studies, or anything else. So there is like midterms. In midterms you got only 60% or 50%. Now what's your duty? Your duty is to use controlling parameters. In controlling parameters, you will see why you are getting less marks, what problems you are facing, and what things you have to do but you are not doing. Or maybe you are doing things but you are not doing things correctly. So with the help of controlling gives some uh, controlling gives some ideas. In that we can make some reaction plans. By these reaction plans, the difficulty we had which we had done, okay, we can eliminate or we can reduce those difficulties, those problems, and after that we can achieve our goal in future. It means second midterm you will get 80% marks, okay. You will get a 70% mark. Still 10% or 15% is less what goal you what goal you assigned. So again you applied controlling. Again you are thinking that you are not giving more time on business studies, you are not giving more time on accountancy. That's why you are not able to get good marks in those subjects. So what your again reaction plan is to give more time on business studies, to give more time on accountancy. So according to that, after making each and every problem, first we need to know about what problems we are dealing with, which problems, and after that with the help of controlling we have to make one reaction plans. By these reaction plans we can overcome by the problems. So that is the controlling, and it is also a very important function of management. So simple, uh, all five functions: planning, organizing, staffing, directing, controlling are very important. All functions are continuous in nature. ये फंक्शन मैनेजमेंट रेगुलरली अपने रूटीन वर्क में यूज़ करता रहता है. एंड विदाउट ऑल such functions, any management cannot be run, any management cannot achieve their objective. That's why these are very important. So we will discuss about more with all these functions in next chapters. We will have next chapter 4 is planning, 5 is organizing, 6 is staffing, 7 is directing, and fifth one is controlling. Eighth is controlling. So we will discuss about more uh, for this chapter in future. So got it till here? No? The next topic is objectives of management. Objectives of management. Uh, every management has different objective. Most of you think of when I talk about objectives. So most of you think about every management must have objective only profit maximization. Definitely it is correct, profit maximization. But if you want to survive for a longer period of time, you need to fulfill some other objective also. Because if profit maximization only you are observing, in that case definitely you will increase the product price. In that situation only you can earn good profit. But by fulfilling some other objective also, without increasing price, you can achieve more profit. You can earn more profit, or you can increase your profits. Okay. So first of all, every management has to fulfill three objectives. Okay. And all objectives have their sub element also. So first objective is here organizational objective, second one is social objective, and third one is personal objective. Organizational objectives, it means for which organization is begin. Okay. So every organization is begin for profit maximization. But before thinking about profit, if you are a new organization, first you think about three things like one is survival, second one is profit, and third one is growth. If you are a new organization in the market, so first you think about your survival in the market, how you will survive in the market. Because market is very competitive, so many competitors are there, and you are new in the market, and if you are doing things wrong, you are not able to survive. And by the beginning, uh, you quote high price for your product, then who will buy your product? Because cheaper product as compared than your product is already available in the market. So before so in the at the beginning, first our objective is how to survive in the market. That management must strive to ensure the survival of the organization. In order to survive, an organization must earn enough revenues to cover cost. It means how you can survive by earning enough revenue which cover your cost. मतलब आपको किस तरीके से काम करना है, ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट बोलते हैं जिसे, वेयर नो प्रॉफिट नो लॉस. बिकॉज अगर आपका लॉस नहीं होता है, प्रॉफिट नहीं होता है, लेकिन आपको लॉस भी नहीं होता है, इट मीन्स यू आर सिक्योर. मतलब आपकी जेब से एक्स्ट्रा पैसा खर्चा नहीं हो रहा है. लेकिन बाय दिस एटलीस्ट यू विल गेट अपॉर्चुनिटी टू स्टेबल इन द मार्केट. आपके पास में मार्केट में स्टेबल होने की अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल जाती है. ओके. देन सेकेंड वन इज प्रॉफिट. नाउ after survival in the market, it means you will have some stability in the market. Now you can think about profit. You can increase or decrease whatever price you can increase, decrease, and now people knows your product, and due to that your sales will increase also. So now you think about profit and you will earn profit. And profit is in 11th class, I recall you what we had studied in 11th. Profit is a reward of risk. Now you are a risk, you become in second stage, you become a risk taking person. Okay. Then third one is expansion. Now you are a well known company in the market, because you are earning now profit also. Now what do you think you are thinking about expansion और growth of the organization. अब आप डाइवर्सिफिकेशन सोचेंगे, आप अपनी नई प्रोडक्ट लाइन के बारे में सोचेंगे. धीरे धीरे अपने बिजनेस को आप क्या करते जाएंगे, डाइवर्सिफाई करते जाएंगे, बढ़ाते जाएंगे बिजनेस को. सो इट डजेंट मीन कि आप बिगनिंग में ही आप ये सारी चीज़ें करते हुए चलें आप. ठीक है. अगर आप शुरुआत में ही एक्सपांशन ग्रोथ सोच लेते तो आप सर्वाइव कभी नहीं कर पाते मार्केट में. That's why first survive, second one is प्रॉफिट, देन थर्ड वन इज ग्रोथ. ग्रोथ एक ऐसा सेचुरेशन पॉइंट होता है जहाँ आपको लॉस की कोई टेंशन नहीं होती है, एंड ड्यू टू दैट ओनली यू कैन fulfill your future needs, you can fulfill your dreams. That's why in growth section we can think about the expansion or diversification of the organization. Now second objective is social objective. When we are thinking this term social objective, so first we should think about our organization is for whom. Our organization is for whom. Whatever organization is doing, it is doing for whom. So what is the answer? For whom? For the society, for the peoples of the society. That's why we have to fulfill social objective. We have to fulfill the needs which people are desired to desire for getting from us. So what desire things as people or as consumer uh, we want to get from the business. What we want from business? We want good quality of product. We want product price must be cheaper. We want eco-friendly product. We want sustainability of environment. Okay, and management also provides some opportunities of employment. Management also some management also sometime arranging or managing some workshops for the welfare of the workers, to guide them about their product, about the era which is going in the provide management is also providing some basic amenities to their employees, like for their employees children's, they provide schools, they provide bus facilities, they will provide some hospitality arrangement also. So that are the social objective, okay, which one employee as well as most when we talk about quality of price, customers and employees are want from the management or organization. Now third one is personal objective. Personal objective, by name it is personal. Personal means individual here. Individual means here individual worker. Personal means personal objective is for individual, it means workers. Organizations are made up of people who have different personalities, backgrounds, experience, and objectives. They all become part of the organizations to satisfy their diverse needs. These vary from, तो अलग अलग इंडिविजुअल्स अपॉइंट होते हैं, सबकी अलग अलग नीड होती है, सबकी अलग अलग सोच होती है, इन विच like few individuals have financial needs, few individuals needs social needs, few individuals have higher level of needs. Like suppose आप अगर जिस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में फ्यूचर में you will have opportunity to work, so what you want? Good salary, you want good working environment, okay, and you want some time peer recognition, जिसमें आपको सम्मान मिले, रिस्पेक्ट मिले, ये सब आपको चाहिए. ठीक है, एक इंडिविजुअल को पैसों के अलावा सम्मान, रिस्पेक्ट चाहिए. और कई ऐसे एम्प्लॉय होते हैं जिनकी हायर लेवल नीड्स होती है. व्हाट दे वांट ग्रोथ एंड डेवलपमेंट. अगर आप ऐसा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में आप काम करेंगे वेर यू फाउंड देयर इज़ नो ग्रोथ इन फ्यूचर, देयर इज़ नो डेवलपमेंट योर इन फ्यूचर, definitely you will leave that organization. What do you want? You want good organization in which you will have your own grow, you will see your own growth and development increases in future. जिसे हम बोलते हैं प्रमोशन वगैरह। आप एक छोटे मोटे क्लर्क से लगे, लेकिन आप क्या सोचते हैं कि मैं फ्यूचर में एक अच्छा असिस्टेंट मैनेजर वगैरह बन जाऊं। आप ये सोचकर उस कंपनी में लगते हैं। लेकिन अगर आपको ऐसी अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ नहीं मिलती है तो आप ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्विच करोगे और दूसरे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में आप चले जाओगे। So got it. All three objectives clear to all of you. Organizational objective in which there are three important objectives there. One is survival. First we should survive. Then think about. Second one is profit. Then we should think about profit. And third one is growth, in which we can expand our business or diversify. Second one is social objective, in which organization must produce qualitative product at cheaper rate, managing or arranging some workshop and seminars for the workers as well as peoples of the societies, providing providing schooling facilities or bus facilities to their employees children's. And personal objective, in which each and every individual have their different prospects, have their different thinking. Some having needs, some can be full, some of them needs can be fulfilled by financial things. Some required respect in the organization, in the society, and some have higher level of needs like promotion and development in future. Okay, so that is the today's class, in which we had discussed function of management and objectives of management. I hope you all are understood function as well as objective. If any query is there, okay, you can ask me with the help of campus care app, or you can message on that app. Otherwise, if you are not able to send message on that app, you can personally call me on my number. I hope you all will have my contact number also. Huh? So today's class is over. We'll see. Tomorrow we'll start. Tomorrow we'll start chapter 2. Sorry, not chapter 2. One topic is still left, coordination. First we'll do coordination. So today we'll do coordination. So give me 5 or 10 minutes more. I will complete this topic.